Thanks for your time.
Okay, next on the agenda, new business, application, under our high groundwater table impervious overlay district. Applicant Thomas Belludo, represented by
Peter Brock.
Peter Brock, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. This is a high groundwater ordinance application before you tonight with respect to property located at Frigate Street, pole number 14, assessors plat 16, lot 210. This is a large single lot. Typically, you see 7,200 square feet. This is 8,694. This is in the zoning district R40, and this is a sub-district A application. We are here simply seeking review by the Planning Commission before we go on to zoning. Your packages should contain the following items, and if they don't, let me know and we can get you copies. The completed section 314 worksheet dated July 27, 2009. The water volume calculations dated 7/22/09, which were revised November 12, 2009. 300-foot radius map, flood map, the site or soil evaluation forms for 4 test holes, A, B, C, and D. The first 2 from 02, the other 2 holes were tested in 09. DEM's verification regarding groundwater, the site plan, which was revised as of November 6, 2009, DEM's approval of the ISDS, which is dated September 11, 2009, and the house plans. The plans were all provided to the town review committee in July. Comments were received from that committee, and our engineer addressed those comments and provided revised plans. Most recently, a memo dated December 10, 2009, the town engineer and the town environmental scientist advised that the revised plans satisfy all the requirements of the ordinance. I don't know if your package contained that memo. Dated December 10, 2009. So as far as the technical review committee goes, we are in good standing with the ordinance, and we've satisfied all their concerns. DEM required a 2-bedroom deed restriction. We have gone ahead and recorded that, so the property can only be a 2-bedroom dwelling in perpetuity or until sewers come in. I'm here with Daniel Cotta from American Engineering, who performed the soil evaluations, designed the ISDS, obtained DEM's approval of same, and designed and prepared the site plan. And I'm also here with Robert Rodeo, who is the builder and designing the house plan.
Before we move on to questions, Peter, could you just go back and give us a little history about what's taken place before you got to this point, and some of the modifications or changes you made along the way to make sure you were in compliance of the ordinance, and how you address the concerns, the original concerns of the town?
Sure.
Engineering.
Sure. As I said, the plans were initially provided on July 29th. To the technical review committee. We received their comments on October 29th. I believe there were a couple issues. One had to do with possible pooling of surface water. You know what, Dan can probably answer those questions better than I. So, Dan, could you address that, please?
Okay, before you start, yeah, no, go ahead. Before you do, just name your place of employment, background, so we can decide whether to recognize you as an expert witness.
My name is Dan Cotta. I work for American Engineering. I'm the owner of the company. I'm a registered civil engineer, a registered land surveyor, I'm a Class 1, Class 4 soil evaluator, and also a Class 3 designer. I received my degree in 1983. I've been registered for 20 years. 21 years I've been practicing on my own for 20 years. Consulted before most towns, including towns.
Any questions for Mr. Cotta? I entertain a motion to qualify Mr. Cotta as an expert witness. Second, Nancy. All in favor? Okay, thank you.
The initial comments had to do with, we had put drainage on both sides of the house, on both the east and west side. The direction of groundwater flow is heading toward the west, and there was a concern that they'd be cooling up against the foundation. So we had moved piped the roof leaders down to a lower, put it in a Cultex system rather than just a bed of stone, and that relieved that. There was another comment, I believe, to put a swale behind the ESF with potential ponding for that. I believe those were major concerns from it.
So you created a swale on the east side of the house as well, is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, there's a small swale on both the east and west trying to get the water so it doesn't shed onto the abutter directly to the west. It just gets by. It's the direction
No,
of
but it's
flow
the
now.
east side is what I'm asking about, right at the house.
Yes, to prevent the water from puddling up
So you
against
have,
it.
that's actually a
Yes,
swale that
it's a
goes by
swale.
the house rather than, okay.
Yes.
Could you explain how these swales are going to operate? And could you also, when you're telling me about that, could you explain the elevations of that lot and how the water's going to flow?
Sure. I mean, the high point on the lot is elevation 110 up in the southeast corner. The general direction of groundwater flow is toward the northwest corner. The slope is quite steep along the rear of the lot and on the adjacent lot to the east. So what we've done is we've tried to swale the water around the bottom of the sand filter so that we don't have puddling in here. This will channel along the property line in a grass swale.
When I'm looking at this plan, I think it's the same one. It looks very, I can't tell. I guess it is the same one. I'm looking at the house. If you look at the swale to the left, we've got these elevations going through that are 97 feet, 98 feet. Is that correct?
This swale?
Yeah, that swale. Go to about the middle of the house.
98, 97, 96.
Yeah, come out this way. That elevation right there. Okay. And that's about 98 feet. Is that correct? Is that elevation the same?
It would be about 99.
99 feet. And we're talking about, and if we look at these in-plate elevations over here on the right, and we've got 102 feet coming in, 101 feet, 102 feet, 103 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also overlapping, they sweep in on that lot also.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got an elevation that goes from the right rear corner, the right front corner, excuse me, that's it, that front corner right there is 100 feet.
Yes.
Elevation. And that elevation continues on and it basically comes up to the rear left corner, if you follow that through.